level.
Here we go.
Boom. Going live on Instagram. Going live on podcast. All these buttons, man.
Yep, there you go. And you are live on YouTube.
Okay, and waiting for your Facebook. Salute, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin, joined with Eric Knight in his lovely, humble abode of wherever in the life of Eric's life he lives. and we're joined this morning by somebody that you want to hear about. But first, Eric, do what you do best, man. Tell everybody what day it is.
All right, so today, and I don't know if this applies to us, but today is National TV Talk Show Host Day. Are we talk show hosts?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. We are. We are definitely 100%.
Okay, there you go.
Oh my gosh. So we've been obviously going off on some things that were happening in town. We obviously are very big on events that are happening in the town, and we have something for you guys that you will definitely want to go ahead and be a participant of, and it happens to be in our backyard. And so guess what I did? Yesterday I called up Chris, or I emailed Chris, and Chris was like, "Man, did I miss it?" I was like, "Heck no, bro! I'm bringing you on the last minute, or whatever type of minute." And he was so gracious enough to join us this morning. But good morning, Chris. How are you doing?
Hey, San Martin. I'm doing wonderful. I'm having a wonderful morning. I'm really excited to be on here.
So I had Chris show up a little bit earlier than most people. One of the reasons why is because I wanted to talk with him about this whole deal. I actually interviewed him before the interview, so I wanted to get a little bit of back story on this. So it kind of helps me be set up for the questions that I want to ask. So anyways, tell everybody about you, why you're doing this, and just tell us the level of scariness in this.
Hold on, and don't forget to tell us what this is. That's kind of important.
I think we missed one part there, didn't we?
Yep. What do you got?
All right. So what we're doing here is we are putting on a haunted attraction in the heart of Dewey, right behind Lefties, and it is called Carnage Creek. Just the name should make you scared. So we're doing this free of charge. It is a free event. Come on down, Halloween weekend. And pretty much the background on this, I've been working in the haunted industry. I've been a scare actor for about 15 years. I've worked at Not Scary Farm, Sinister Point, Empty Grave, Chambers of the Mausoleum, and just last year I worked at Scream Factor up at the mall. So really, I just have Halloween in my heart. I love it so much. And this is my first year I actually get to put on my own haunted attraction, and I'm super excited. I'm working with my friend David, my aunt Debbie Hammer. We're just doing amazing stuff. It is a scary attraction. We want to see you guys there.
So when we think about haunted house, we think about obviously all the things that have to do with haunted house: people grabbing you, goblins, people running around, and just scariness. Can you give us a brief what's in store in this Carnage Creek, and tell everybody how you got the name? That's kind of crazy. We had a story on our post that was was signifying that this is a scary scenario, and I shared it with you, but tell everybody about it.
Oh, sure thing. So as far as the name Carnage Creek, it kind of just, it appeared to us. It came to us. We have heard a little bit of those stories about some scary stuff about the roads leading out there. So we needed something that kind of gave you that pure terror, that pure nice, and had a nice alliteration to it. So the name Carnage Creek just came to us. It was almost like magical. And really, we're just super excited about, running this thing. Pretty much the name kind of says in itself.
So, hey, Chris, is this outside?
Oh, yeah, it is outside. To give you a little bit of what you should be expecting, pretty much, hopefully you're not afraid of the dark, because this is literally in a creek, as the name suggests. Literally in a creek. So we're giving you guys flashlights, and you guys are going through in complete pitch darkness with flashlights. Now, we have different types of flashlights for people who are a little too scared. We could give them one that's a little bit brighter, but you are going through this. There's going to be scare actors hitting you left and right. At one point, you're going to be going through a maze of sorts leading to this big crescendo. There may or may not be chainsaws. I mean, this is the real deal here. This is not like a small little haunt that you see made with trash bags in someone's, front yard.
I'm showing a little bit of a picture right here,
Mhm.
of some of the things to look forward to. Looks like you guys, you obviously have a maze going on. It
Mm.
looks like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
I woke up a little bit excited this morning. But okay, so one of the things that we actually read and thought that it could actually be a part of the story that you guys are telling out there. But I mean, I think that you didn't have no idea, but we don't even know if it's an idea. It's from hearsay. So we'll just go ahead and go off this hearsay because it seems a little bit scary
Mhm.
and it could actually add to the sauce. So Jessica Errett on our Facebook post when we actually presented this story for you guys or this press release, she goes, "Oh man, the history there is brutal. There is a road that travelers used way back in the day. It rolls through Prescott Valley and is still a dirt road in some parts. You can imagine what happened there to some unlucky travelers before it was populated." And so I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you actually bringing something out back like about that?" I mean, this is insane. I love the idea. How long does it take to get through it? Have you guys tried it out? Have you guys put it to work yet?
Yeah, actually, I mean, it depends on how much of a scaredy cat you are, pretty much. I mean, if you have a group huddling together and barely moving forward, it's going to take you quite some time. But on average, it's going to take you about like probably around 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And then also, there's multiple paths at one point through the haunt, too. So, this being a free haunt, after you go through, if you're not chicken enough, go through again. We'd love for you guys to do that. And then one thing I'd love to just plug here for a little bit is it is a free haunt, but we are accepting donations to the Stepping Stones Agency. So if you guys would like to come down and donate, it's for a good cause. We love giving back to the community on our first year here and just making sure that, we're trying to, make sure that Dewey's getting the representation there and helping out the community. And we're very excited about it.
All right, tell everybody where the location is so they don't know or where they need to go so they don't drive into the middle of nowhere
Yeah,
land.
exactly. Well, it is kind of right behind Lefty's Steakhouse. Amazing restaurant. Definitely go there also. But it is on 200 South Dewey Road in Dewey. Pretty much it might be a little difficult to find because there is this one dirt road that you got to hit from the freeway, but we will have many signs out the nights of with lights and everything directing you in where to go. It's not in the middle of nowhere, so you're not going to have to go down 20 dirt roads just to get there, so don't be afraid of that. So we'd love to see you down there.
Be very afraid. Don't listen.
Ah,
No,
exactly.
this is perfect timing. This is perfect timing for the season. I
Mhm.
mean, obviously Eric doesn't make it look like it's the haunted season because he looks like he's on a beach cruise and
Oh, it
just
looks vacation.
this is actually really happening, guys. This is actually really happening. Just when everybody thought that Halloween was going to be canceled, Chris comes out of nowhere and says, "Hey, I got this going on. Can you tell us a little bit more? Can you tell people about it?" And as soon as I put it out there, dude, it went viral as far as like, Prescott viral. But at the same time, we're looking to go ahead and head out there and do a reaction post for this haunted house. And Eric, I'm going to do this, and I'm not scared. I'm not scared to do this. I'm probably more scared
All
to
right,
jump.
you can't jump in the creek.
I can't jump in the lake. I don't know why I can't do it. I don't know. Somebody just needs to probably push me in the freaking lake, man. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I have to do it. I have to redeem myself from not jumping in the lake, Chris.
There you go. We want to see you there. We want to see you maybe a little bit terrified.
It's hard to terrify me, but it's all right to go ahead and make me scream like a girl. I
All
am,
right.
or a
As
high it's scary guy. I don't care what you want to call
there
it.
you go. That would be music to our ears. Music to our ears. Like I said, I've been working the haunt industry forever, and getting those big burly guys to scream like little girls is probably the highlight of the night.
Actually, I remember one time So at the haunted house that you were talking about up there at the reservation, there was a guy that came running out of the scenario, and yes, he ended up doing a deed in his pants, man.
Nah.
He actually peed his pants, and it was like, holy moly. See, that's the type of stuff that everybody wants to hear. I mean, it is what it is. Some people feel the fear and they like that stuff.
Hmm.
Eric, are
Uh,
you gonna do this?
Yep. All right. All right. Yeah, well, I think people will come up from Phoenix for this.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
And
would be nice.
so, I think people will come up from Phoenix for this. And so that's going to be, but I have a challenge for you. So I know some really horrifying stories from the old west of that area, right? Where settlers got picked off by Native Americans and things like that. So either you pick that location because you know some scary stories going on there, or you're going to make one up right now and you're going to tell it to us for everybody to know, and then we're just going to have to guess whether it's true or not as we're going through it.
Yeah, that sounds
Nothing
good. I
like
mean,
putting you on the spot.
oh no, it's
What do you
fine.
got?
Okay, so anyways, as you're going through this haunt, you're gonna have to be scared that there could be something hiding in the bushes. I mean, many people have gone lost through this creek. I mean, maybe they never even found the bodies. Who knows? But as you're walking through and you hear that little rustle in the bush that's to the right, to the left, it could be a squirrel or it could be a crazy murderer coming to get you. So this is scary stuff you got to deal with. You got to think of, and all you got to protect yourself is the flashlight we're going to give you. So you need to go through. You hear chainsaws in the distance. You kind of see that little shadowy figure in front of you. Trust me, you should be scared. So we can't wait for you to come through. There's a lot of lore around that area, and we're going to be incorporating that in somehow.
That is amazing. I'm already scared. I'm scared. I'm just gonna start telling everybody about it because this is ultimately where the party's gonna be at for this Halloween season. So let's go ahead and tell everybody what days are showing it. Tell them everything about it. The time.
Exactly. Sounds good. Yeah, so we're running it October 30th, 31st, and November 1st. On the Friday and Saturday, which would be the 30th and 31st, we're running from 7 p.m. to midnight. And then on November 1st, we're running 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., with the noise curfew and all that right there. So we're located right as you see on the screen, 200 South Dewey Road. There will be signs. Come down, bring a donation for stepping stones agencies. We would really love that. We want to give back to the community. We want to make sure that we're providing. Also, another added treat: if you come down on Halloween, we're giving out Halloween candy too. So there you go. You get a trick and a treat. It's perfect. Come on down.
A trick and a treat. You can't go wrong with this. I mean, like seriously, this is out of control. As he actually put on the screen or on the comments itself right below, guys. It's right there. You guys can go ahead and check it out on Facebook. Go like their page, and get prepared.
Yep.
Is there going to be a limit per hour per night? I mean, how is that going?
So we are doing, social distancing. We're making sure that only a certain amount of people go through at a certain time, but we're not limiting how many people show up to the haunt. So come in, we'll social distance you guys. We'll even have masks prepared for you guys if you want them. We're providing them for people to come through. So we're making sure that all the precautions are there and ready to go too. So we're having the safest haunt possible. I mean, to give you that little element of safety, but once you enter into the creek, all bets are off.
Oh man, this is scary already, man. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it. It is just gonna have to happen. It is gonna do it. I'm just gonna.
Yep, sounds good. We can't
Time
wait
to-
to see you there.
So, Chris, you're planning on this again next year, right? I take it this is going to be a start of an annual event.
Oh yeah, we already have plans for next year. We have crazy plans. In fact, we're probably just going to call it Carnage Creek : and then what the theme of is next year. We're thinking maybe carnival. By the way, we want to see how many people are afraid of clowns around here and all that. So definitely look for us every single year. It's going to be in the same location. It's just going to get bigger and better every single year.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Something that can go ahead and stick and I mean, like every year a haunted house pops up and everybody's just like box to it. And so I think that was a great idea, Chris. You brought your expertise to the local scene. I appreciate the things that you've done. Do you want to give a shout out to the people that are behind the scenes with you, or
Yeah.
what you want to do right now? Now's the time.
Sure. I mean, I just want to say I want to give a big thanks to my friend David. He's the one who's hosting the location there. He has a nice, sprawling, huge acre house, right, which was luckily adjacent to a creek, which worked out perfectly for us for having this. And then also my aunt Debbie Hammer. She's a local here for a long time. Actually, taught over at Prescott High School. She's helping with the design, and she has so much experience with theater design, sets, props, that me and her just bouncing ideas off each other like crazy. So I got a very good team working on this. We're in mid build right now still. It's hard work, especially when it's 90-degree temperatures out there. We're looking forward to the cold coming on because this is an outside haunt. So really, we're just super excited to see people there. Come, even if you think you're going to be too scared, come to the haunt. Trust me, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Is there, well, last question for me over here, Chris. Is there an age range that should or should not go to this thing?
Well, I mean, this is Arizona here. People make their own decisions on what they want to do. So, I mean, if you feel like your younger child can go through, sure. But I mean, just to tell you, there are going to be scary things. I mean, we're talking about like pretty much in darkness with a flashlight. We're talking about, bodies, loud noises, maybe a chainsaw or two, twirling mazes, scare actors dressed up all bloody. So if you think your child can handle it, bring them. Don't blame us though if they have nightmares that night. Okay.
Oh man, I just can't right now. I was trying to entice Ceci to go, and she's like, "Hell no." Those are the exact words that she freaking put out there. So I'm a little bit like, "All right, man, I'm gonna have to take Eric." And these are the things.
I'll be this. I'll scream like the little girl then for you. Yeah.
There you go. Two for the price of one.
Uh,
Right.
we're gonna have to have one of those head cams or something to go ahead and just like walk in there. Man, it's insane. It's insane. Well, this is awesome to go ahead and have in our local location. I mean, it is what it is. If you don't know about, some of the stuff that we have going on during the Halloween season, now's the day to go ahead. We're going to be talking about it. It seems like everything is a go. Everything should be processed as if, we're still living in a pandemic. Yeah, I don't know. You put a mask on over your mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be the hardest part because I have my actual mask that I wear. I have another page on there at Twitchy is kind of like my haunt persona. It's actually linked on the page. So I have a full on mask that goes all the way down to here. And then I have a mask that goes over that. So I'm just going to be adding a third mask below that. So everyone, hopefully that I don't pass out, right?
Yeah. Why don't you put one of those masks as an oxygen mask? There you go.
There you go. That I can breathe while I'm scaring.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming down or, getting online right now and talking about the haunted house. I can't wait to go ahead and do the trial run. I'll get on, guys, and I'll tell you guys all about it. And I will go ahead and tell you if I screamed like a little girl or not. Eric, I hope that you're able to join me if you're not over at your Hacienda de la, wherever you're at. I mean, this is going to be an awesome treat for everybody, especially during this Halloween season. I mean, it gives you something to do. Events is what we all are supposed to be living for, but guess what, man? This is the Halloween event of a lifetime that you don't want to miss. So if you guys see it and want to know more about it, you guys could go ahead and follow them. We put the comments, we put it all in the comments. We will go ahead and share it on Instagram and YouTube. But Chris, thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and let you go, and then I'll end up finishing out the morning show that we have. So make sure you share this and share it on your page, and let's go ahead and let's rock this, man. Hopefully we can get a good turnout for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I loved being here, and I'd love going to see all of you guys down there. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, my friend. Have a great
Thanks
day.
for doing this, Chris.
Sure thing. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, that was pretty cool, man. I can't wait for this. This is going to be one of the most intense moments that I've ever been in a while. I mean, I did the one that was up there at the Frontier Village, and I just walked through it. I didn't go.
Is that one going on this year, or is that been canceled?
it hasn't been going on for the past 2 years, so it didn't even happen last year. So I was kind of sad for that, but it
Oh, okay.
so let me go ahead and get in a little bit of news. I mean, that's kind of what we're supposed to, because Mr. Chino Valley man doesn't want us to do anything else besides print the news like we're supposed to. And I really don't have anything for you.
Gotta be serious.
I'm just
You
kidding.
got nothing really. All the stuff we got Friday. We've got events this weekend. Actually, I don't know of any events going on this weekend. What's going on?
Everybody can go and hang out, do whatever they do best. Just kidding. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit of information about what happened just recently. So I guess there was a drug bust, a new deal for the drug busters. Look at all that. Those are not burritos, guys. Those are actual bundles of some very bad drugs, they say. So let me go ahead and tell you what they have put out there. In 2018, there was 48 drug overdose fatalities in Yavapai County. In 2019, there were 68 drug overdose deaths in Yavapai County from methamphetamine to heroin and fentanyl, all mixtures of many different drugs. They are all claiming lives in our county. The above information from the 2020 Yavapai County Overdose Fatality Review Board. That would be probably a good one to read. Drug-related crimes. Oh, this is a whole different scenario, guys. I'm going to put this up. This is actually good information to know about as far as the drug overdose. And remember, we were having a huge deal with the fentanyl being mixed within other drugs, which was killing many people. And during this pandemic, there was a lot of overdosing going on. There was a lot of relapsing going on of people that were trying to stay clean from their actual, problems and issues that they've had with doing drugs. So, anyways, that is not a good thing. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and just tell you about it. Overdose deaths have risen from 2018 to 2019 with a 45% increase. And that's not including this year, guys. And I know for a fact that it definitely has
It's
increased.
gotten worse this year with the whole Corona thing. Absolutely.
And it's not a good thing, but at the same time, we're going to go ahead and put out this information so you guys can go ahead and be alerted about how this is actually happening. Um, in 2018, drug-related deaths and manner of death, there was 61 accidental deaths, 7 undetermined, meaning that these people were probably just wanting to go ahead and have some fun, do some drugs, or they just took it too much, or maybe it's just that it was cut with some other stuff. Anyways, it was 40% female and 60% male.
And San Martin, we've been talking about that. In Yavapai County, drug usage has been up, right? Suicides have been up. And then also, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about people's homes getting ransacked and broken into. And it seems like that is completely unusual. It seems like it's a really huge jump over recently. Are you seeing the same thing?
I think we expected it earlier on, throughout, people not being able to actually go to work and get money for their families, and feed their needs, whether it be drugs or whether it be an actual bill. People are doing things that was going to be expected. So when you stop the payments from the government and nobody gets a job, or they don't want to work or whatever, they're going to find any means that necessary. It assumes to go ahead and get that extra dollar or that extra meal. So we talked about it in the beginning. We didn't see it right away, Eric, because I felt like everybody was getting their weekly checks uh, from the government, so we didn't actually get to see all that. But now that we are seeing that the government is not really paying, we haven't got the next stimulus check, and everybody is scrambling to find that job that they didn't want to work, because they're getting that check. Now they have to go work, and now nobody wants to hire them because everybody's like, man, we're not getting that much business, so we're trying to keep whoever's here on. So I don't know. I feel like there's a train wreck coming coming, man, and I don't know exactly what to look for. Besides, people are going to be hungry. That's what happens. But that's the reason why we're doing those food boxes. So those food boxes are a big deal. If you guys are in need, or somebody that's in need, there is resources out there. So please enlighten somebody so they don't have to go out there and do bad things in our community, like steal, rob, cheat, and be that insignificant neighbor. We don't want one of those around.
Well, so San Martin, a good thing. I saw you doing the food box thing. You were on live stream yesterday. What's going on with that? And then we're at the weekend, so I know there's at least two other food box events going on this weekend. Can you tell everybody about that real quick so that they know where to get it?
Yeah, most definitely. It was kind of crazy because after we got off the show yesterday morning with Eric and Regina, the two candidates for Chino Valley, I got a phone call from Real Hope Inc. Daniel is the man behind the scenes saying, "Hey, I'm over here at the towers, Good Samaritan Towers. I'm set up, but there's no volunteers here. I need your help." And I was like, dude, I'm on my way because it's obviously in the neighborhood. And so I went over there and got there, and it was the coolest thing ever. The Good Samaritan Hospice got in contact with Real Hope Inc. and asked them if they would want to go ahead and bring some food boxes out for the people that are living in the towers, which is a senior living building. And what they ended up promoting was, hey, come on down to the farmers market downstairs and go shopping. And it had so much cool stuff on there. Um, uh, they had eggs. They had little chicken patties that you could refreeze that was already pre-cooked, and they're already in bags and stuff. And then they had potatoes, apples, squash, oranges,
And
milk.
all the residents got to come down and shop just like they were shopping, right?
Yeah, and the reason why they needed help is because they obviously needed help to get it back up to their apartment. And everybody that I helped there, Eric, were 93, 94, 90s. And then the rest of the people that could actually, physically do it themselves were still in their 60s, 70s, 80s. And I was kind of like happy to be there, because it brought up a couple of things for me, knowing that, these people, really do exist in these communities, and to see them still lively and giving me the words of advice, because ultimately I like asking questions. So my number one question was, if you had a word to give back to the youth, what would it be? And hands down, everybody says have your faith. Obviously have your faith, because your faith is what keeps you going. One lady talked about how she died on the table in the 70s, and she said that she saw Jesus. And I was like, okay, here we go. We're going into one of these little talks. And she says, ever since then, I have never stopped having faith. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a little happy scenario at that moment in time, as far as being, alive at the age of 40, and talking with somebody that was at the age of 95, and some of the happiness that I saw come out of them, even in their state of mind. They were like, just waiting, just waiting. That's all they kept on saying. I'm just waiting. I'm like, I didn't want to ask what they're waiting for, but I already knew. It was
Well,
sad.
yeah, but you know what though? They've lived. It sounds like they've lived good life. They have positive attitudes. The community is doing great stuff for them. But I can tell you, San Martin, doesn't it sound interesting? Like in your 40s, the age gap to them seems not as significant as somebody in their 20s.
Hey, yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird, but it's so good to hear their stories and honor them and listen to those. That is great news. So we got about a minute left, and I want to make sure, is Veronica doing her event out at the mall again tomorrow?
Yes, she will be there at the same location, which was right in between the entrance to the food deal, the food court, and also J.C. Penney's. She's like literally tucked back in there in the parking lot. Um,
And they went fast last week. We thought that they would be running, but they went fast. They were out of food by I think 11:30. This is all food sponsored by the government on the stimulus bill, so this
yeah.
is free. You go there, you get your food box, you bring your food box to your neighbors, your elderly neighbors. They'll love it. And this, so if you know people you need to hand it out to, go there, pick them up, go hand them out.
Yeah.
Whatever the people, the food needs to get eaten. It's all perishable. It's all good stuff. So that's going on tomorrow, and then New Hope's doing their thing on Sunday, like normal too, right?
Yes, Real Hope Inc. will be doing the same thing. The one at the mall on Saturday will start at 10, and it will go until they're obviously out of food boxes. I think they estimated that they'll be there till 2, but they did run out way before 2 o'clock. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got there right at 11:45, 12. So it was really quick that they ended up doing that. Is that what time you guys got? All the
We started earlier last week.
They started earlier.
Last week.
Okay. And then it was gone like real quick, huh?
Probably about like one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go until two if we still have supplies.
Yeah. Okay. So we Taylor ended up showing up over there and helping out, and she had that full 1-1. So that's why I was asking her. But yeah, guys, this is the things that are happening. So on Saturday, we'll be up there at the mall. Look for them in between J.C. Penney's and the food court entrance, which is basically on the southeast, about southwest side, maybe the south side of the building. And then they will have the tents up, and they obviously will have the stacks of food there, food boxes. And then on Sunday at the Living Faith Christian Church out in Prescott Valley off of Coyote Springs Road, like you're headed up there to Jerome. So 89A in Coyote Springs, there's a church out there, and they will be there at 11:30 a.m. And I think that he's ended up getting a bunch of boxes from our farming friends down south. And so he's going to have a lot of stuff as far as farm, garden goods. So the vegetables are coming in, and they're going to be need to be distributed. So it's going to be a busy week of getting people some fresh food. So if you guys are in need, or if you know anybody, just tell somebody. Yeah, now.
And if they can't have
Good stuff. Lots of good stuff going on this weekend, San Martin. So I'm excited for everybody. Lots of good community stuff. And I think they may still be looking for volunteers out there. I don't know, but check with Veronica. See if they're looking for people.
Yeah, and just like Tay said, that you're allowed to go ahead, and if you can't pick it up, have somebody else come pick it up, and just help out your neighbors, help out whoever. And there's no questions asked from what we have found out, stated that there's no questions asked, there's no money needed. If you do want to donate, you can most definitely to Real Hope Inc. Real Hope Inc. does have to fly on donations. I guess their sister business, which is the Maya's, is kind of which actually is really helping funding a little bit of the Real Hope Inc.'s I guess whatever they do. And so if you guys want to be
Charity.
That charity, the charity.
Exactly.
Good word.
New Hope Inc. is a nonprofit charity. So, all right, San Martin, it is that time now.
Is that because I?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
All right, everybody. Much love, dude.
That is the whole. You know how when you at the debate you run out of time and they mute your mic, we just start honking horns.
Yeah, we. Well, anyways, I felt the vibe. So, anyways, with that being said, we will go ahead and it's in the morning show. It's Friday, guys. So Friday, go out there and do what you do best, and make sure you guys do it beautifully. And if you guys want to know more information about what's going on, you know where to go ahead and go, but definitely go to the PrescottTimes.com. That's where you will see all these stories that are coming out, stuff that I don't even talk about. And the Chino Valley Man, I'm letting you know, you can go to the PrescottTimes.com and you will find that stuff. I'm so sorry. Chino Valley Man, go get a lot of love for me. And anyways, one of the things that we definitely want you guys to do, go to YouTube and go push the subscribe button, please. We are in need of it in order for us to have a couple of extra tools for our website. And we will appreciate it. That's what the best part about appreciation. And guess what I got? You're going to love this. So on Monday, I'll just let you, I'll just sit here until Monday. But I got something for you guys. I got something for you.
All right. And I've got a bunch of, and San Martin, I'm working on a couple good guests next week too.
Oh, shoot. See that, guys? We got a bunch of cool things.
Yep.
This is called the fear of missing out. FOMO, fools. FOMO. Anyways, with all that.
Tune in. We can't tell you till then.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody that's actually on here listening to us ramble. Peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always wins.